Stop 31 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the final short track race of the season, season 20. It is the running of the Tyson Ollie Farms 400 as we're here at the second stop at the brushy mountains of North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. As we're set for 60 laps of action on this .625 mile racetrack. We had a great finish at Martinsville, and how ironic, the two finishers from that race at Martinsville start front row in today's event here at North Wilkesboro, except reverse order than it was at Martinsville. As we'll give you the starting lineup here on the pole for today's event, it's Jessica Shelton, number 94, the McDonald's Ford, three-time winner this season, winning this season at Dover, Michigan, and at Watkins Glen. She comes in this race fourth in the standings coming into this event. And she'll be alongside the man who finally broke through at Martinsville, the last race in the Tour, Charles Sabre, holding off Shelton in that great final lap over that event. He starts outside in the DuPont Chevrolet. Row 2 has Johnny Gardner, number 16, the Family General Prime Star Ford, and then beside him will be Dylan Young, number 2, the Miller Lite Ford. Third row has number 5 in the points coming into this event. That's Preston Plord, the Interstate Barriers Pontiac car number 18. And Levi McIntyre, next to SKF Ford, number 99. He starts this race 6, and he is currently 7th in the standings after a great finish over there. Going to the fourth row, we'll have Jesse Turner in 75, and the Remington Arms Ford, and beside him will be the man number 3 in the points now, Cole Deaver. Slid down to third in the points after a horrific outing he had at Martinsville. He hopes to make that up here today at North Wilkesboro, and he's also going for the Wilkesboro Sweep. He's a 2-time winner this season. Along with his also win at Bristol and at New Hampshire as well. Actually, a 3-time winner, not 2. Fifth row will have Zachary Fitzwater in a Span Milling Ford, and the man now second place in the points, Seth Cole in the RCA Ford, car number 98. His win came at Martinsville this season, the first race over there. Sixth row have 2-time winner this season. Keith Batson is the Texaco Haviland Ford, car number 28. And Joshua Osborne in a Burger King Chevy car 87. He's the Charlotte 600 victor this season. Next row down has Becca Tellier in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6, who won the season at Richmond. She'll be alongside William Brock in number 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Next row down, Joshua Collard in the 43 STP Pontiac, and Trent Dunham, number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet, who's won twice this season. Next row down, Dylan Poteet, car 22, the MB&A Pontiac, and beside him will be number 7, Jonathan Zorlin, the XMRS Ford, number 7. Next row down is 2-time winner Kyle Matthews, the championship leader coming in this race. He has a 106-point advantage over Seth Cole coming into this event. He is the winner this season at Rockingham and Sonoma, the Coors Light Silver Bullet, car number 42. That's a Pontiac he's driving. Beside him will be the Daytona 500 champion Quentin Moore, the Sitco Ford, car number 21. Next row down is Cat Basson, car 88, the Quality Care Services Ford, and number 5 that is the Phil Parker machine. He won the season at Indianapolis, and again in the second race at Dover. Next row down has Ryan Brommer in 17 and number 15 Ryan George, pair of Ryans in that row. Next row down we'll have number 90 Jay Jefferson and number 10 Vince Almerigo. Next row down is Austin Colano in car 37, the Kmart Little Caesars Ford. Beside him will be the U.S. Air Jasper Engines Federal Mogul Ford, car number 77 of Diego Yepes. Next row down is Mike Becker, number 44, the Hot Wheels Pontiac, winner this season at Atlanta and Pocono. Beside him will be number 13, Sean Arden, the first place Atlantic Financial Ford. Next row down is Tony Green, who won the second time we were at Talladega in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. And beside him will be the man who won the first Talladega event. That's Zach Winkle in the number 97 John Deere Ford. Next row down is Ben Crouch in a Budweiser Chevrolet car number 25. He had a good run at Martinsville, the last race in the Tour. And Peter Onjak, number 41, the Kodiak Chevrolet. I said Budweiser Ford. It's actually Budweiser Chevrolet, not Ford there. So Daniel Bouchard at number 30, the Pennzoil Pontiac's next row down. And beside him will be the man who stunned them all at Daytona. And again at Charlotte, it's Nicholas Wade in 26, the Quaker State Ford. Next row down is Carter Friesen, number 71, the Real Tree Chevrolet. And Paul Minnick, number 23, the Smokin' Joe's Ford. Rob Evans in the Mobile 1 Ford, number 12, as the inside of the next row down. And beside him will be number 11, Ashlyn Boyd, the Close Call Phone Call Ford. And starting shotgun, Jason Haywood, the Square D Ford, car number 81. Here comes command to fire the engines here at North Wilkesboro.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
That's ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, by the way, because there is a woman on the front and on the pole for this event. So the points actually ballooned a little bit after the race at Martinsville because of Kyle Matthews' third place finish, along with Cole Deaver's horrific run there. That dropped Cole to second place in the points behind Seth Cole now, with Kyle Matthews holding a 108-point lead coming into this event. Then 131 separates first and third, 155 from first to fourth, and 157 from first to fifth. Should be a good race here today at North Wilkesboro. See how the points are after the end of, at the end of 60 laps. We're underway here in the Tyson Holly Farms 400. And just like we left it at Martinsville, it's Jessica Shelton and Charles Sanford, except this time it's Shelton the one leading the race. And in fact, she almost won it from Sanford at Martinsville. And this time, Jess leads the first lap of this event as she's looking for a second win at this event. She won this race about a couple seasons back when we used to cut. I think when we used to cut 2000 mod at this event. 3 wide racing. Jesse Turner trying to go inside of Levi McIntyre and Dylan Young, but nothing doing as they come off turn number 2. Young on the outside of McIntyre, Cole Deaver, and Jesse Turner in this mix. And 3 wide racing again. Fitzwater now makes a move to the inside. Here comes Seth Cole, number 98 in the RCA Ford, as he and Cole Deaver trying to shoot their way up to the field. Fitzwater, the winner at the second race at Michigan, has that spot as the yellow flag flies for the first time here today. And it's Ryan Brommer who's crashed at number 17. He has tested the wall, come off turn number, going through 3 and 4. A lot of damage to that Western Auto Chevrolet. His only bright spot was a pole-winning run at Talladega in the for the Winston 500, and he oh my gosh, I saw that, didn't see that crash happen right there. They got almost 4 wide off turn number 2, and Brommer was battling with Trent Dunham. And Brommer goes upside down, flipping, and collects the 90 of Jay Jefferson and the 87 of Joshua Osborne. And I think I see Austin Colano and Phil Parker in this mix as well, the 37 and the 5 cars. Oh, gosh. So, an e-ticket ride for number 17, the Western Auto Chevy, as he has brought out the first caution flag of the day here at North Wilkesboro. So, Brommer is the only car out of the race here, number 17, as the field gets the 1 to go before they get the green flag racing here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Jessica Shelton is the leader of the race as she's looking for her 4th victory of the season, trying to tie Preston Plord for that on that score. Charles Sanford's in 2nd position. 3rd is Johnny Gardner. 4th is Preston Plord. 5th is Levi McIntyre. Then Jesse Turner, Cole Deaver, Zachary Fitzwater, Keith Batson, and Dylan Young, the top 10 as the green flag flies. On lap number 10 at North Wilkesboro, we are 9 laps in the books and 51 laps to go. We are back underway at North Wilkesboro. Sanford takes a look on Shelton to the inside of the racetrack as they come off turn number 2. Shelton gets the bite off the 2nd turn, but Sanford's right there as they go through the 3rd and 4th turns now. Chevrolet on the inside, Ford on the outside as they come off turn number 4. Sanford tries to pull ahead of Shelton. Shelton let last time by, but Charles Sanford, just like he had at Martinsville, a very strong car. In fact, he and Shelton were definitely 2 of the best cars on the track with that in that particular event, but now same thing happening here at North Wilkesboro. Johnny Gardner now, meanwhile, trying to work over both Sanford and Shelton as Charles Sanford takes the lead here at Martinsville Speedway, and Shelton now battling with Johnny Gardner for 2nd place now. And here comes number 18, Preston Plord, as he and Levi McIntyre getting ready to battle it back there. And whoa, gosh, several cars got tail happy come off turn number 4 as Shelton fends off Plord and McIntyre and now loses the spot to Johnny Gardner for 2nd place. On board, Jessica Shelton's car, number 94. She has one of her 3 in-car cameras in today's event. Shelton usually runs very well here at North Wilkesboro. She didn't in the last time we was here in the first Union 400, finishing 37th in that particular event, but she's got a very strong car in this race here. Lap car up ahead, that's the one of Trent Dunham, I believe. In fact, it is the one of Trent Dunham. And that's who Charles Sanders is about ready to come up on. Are there 2 in-car cameras? Well, here's one of them. That's Cole Deaver in the GM Goodwrench Chevy. He is running in 6th position at the moment, behind McIntyre and Plord. And our 3rd in-car camera rides inside the points leader's car, and Kyle Matthews. And where is he running at? Deaver's running 6th, and actually Matthews is running 16th right now, as he's moved his way up to the field a little bit. Trying to go up on the outside of Cat Batson in the 88 car, and up ahead of him is William Brock in 4 and Dylan Poteet in 22. And inside of him goes Becca Tellier in the 6th car, the winner at Richmond, and also Ryan George in 15. So Matthews, who gained a lot of points on Cole Deaver, well, the shoe may be on the other foot here in North Wilkesboro, possibly, but still a long ways to go as we're about to complete the 18th lap of this event, and we will have 42 to go here at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Battle inside the top 10. Zachary Fitzwater running in 8th position. 9th is Jesse Turner, and 10th is Dylan Young. And we got problems! Gardner and McIntyre both spin, come off turn number 4. Phil Parker spins as well, as several cars had to get on the binders to try to avoid the wreckage, but McIntyre and Gardner both spin, come on turn number 4. And McIntyre, I'm sure, is the one to try to find Johnny Gardner right now and try to let him know he wasn't pleased. So the second caution flag flies on as the completion of lap number 19. It was a battle for 3rd position. McIntyre was in 4th spot trying to go inside of Gardner. He had a good run coming off the 4th turn. Gardner slides a bit. McIntyre just taps Gardner and sent both of them around. And look how close Preston Plord came to hitting him, as did the 3 of Cole Deaver. Whoa! Deaver and Plord just about saw their points hopes go up in damage right there at this point, and then Seth Coley had to slam on the brakes to try to avoid from hitting Johnny Gardner, and several cars had to pile in. You see Tony Green and Phil Parker both spin as well in the 33 and the 5 cars. And there they are, and damage to the 90 car Jay Jefferson as he rear-ends the back of Paul Minnick's car. Several cars, I'm sure it's got a few hood buckles right there, I think, after that little ordeal. And let's see how Parker and Tony Green got together here. Green looks like he got turned by Peter Onjack in the 41 car, as Tony gets on the brakes to try to avoid the wreckage. And there, see him spinning, and then Peter Onjack drives away. And then there's where Phil Parker got into the 33 of Tony Green and seeing damage on the 30 car of Daniel Bouchard. And there's where Jefferson actually hit the back of the 77 of Diego Yepes, not the 23 of Paul Minnick. And like I said, several hood buckles right there. 7 cars got one, 37's got one. And several cars who actually were on pit road, including Dunham and Osborne. They were saved on that deal to try to keep them going another lap down. So a lot of action on the front stretch coming off the second turn. On the front stretch coming off turn number 4, excuse me. That happened at North Wilkesboro, and actually Osborne and Dunham are actually both laps down. Osborne's 2 laps down, and Dunham is 6 laps. Dunham's actually 2 laps down, and Osborne 6 laps down. Excuse me. Jonathan Zorlin has just now recently gone a lap down in the seven machine. So 37 cars are still on the lead lap, as you see Trent Dunham and Jonathan Zorlin go to the inside lane. See which where the lap car gain plays to the benefit of as they come off turn number 4. As we're restarting on lap number 26, we have 35 to go. And this is not going to end well right there with the lap car Zorlin in this mix here as Shelton and Gardner to the outside of the track. And oh! And that cost Shelton dearly right there. And she has dropped back a bunch of spots and after that little scuffle with her and Johnny Gardner. And now her and Kyle Matthews are battling for position. See where that drops Shelton to on the running order. She's still on the outside of the racetrack. Shelton dropping to 19th, make that 20th now as Carter Friesen goes inside. But still, that was a heck of a save right there to keep that car from spinning. And now we got problems again. Come on, get through turn number 1. Looks like. No, we don't. And it's McIntyre. McIntyre has crashed. Come off turn as and now we got a crash. A crash to the third turn, and actually we got a new leader. Actually, Preston Plord is actually taking the lead. So caution number 3 is flown. Yeah, it's McIntyre and Sanford. Charles Sanford, who was the leader, he's got some damage to the number 24 car as well. We got a lot of things to take a look at, so let's take a look at what happened between the 24 and 99 cars. Charles Sanford caught the lap car Trent Dunham as they come out the 4th turn, and Sanford and Dunham get right together, and watch Charles into the wall he goes. Oh, and he slams into McIntyre's car and almost flipped Charles over. Oh my goodness. And Johnny Gardner just barely missed him, as did Dylan Young. And all this caused a bit of a stack-up that happened right there behind. As you see, Sanford almost taps into Carter Friesen. And watch what happens when McIntyre ducks in the pit road. There's where the caution, there's where the mayhem ensues, right there, the 30 and the 90. Bouchard, Jefferson, Ard, and Menick get in this mix, and Astis the 77, Diego Yepes. And let's Daniel Bouchard know how he felt about that. I tell you what, you might as well just call WWE up and put a wrestling ring in this venue at North Wilkesboro, because I think there's going to be some wrestling matches going to happen in the garage area. I tell you what, tempers are already up to a boil here, and we're just halfway home at Wilkesboro, by the way. But nonetheless, Preston Plord is now the new leader of the race in light of what happened to Sanford and McIntyre, battling for the lead. And it's now Cole Deaver to second position. 3rd is now Fitzwater. 4th is now Keith Batson. 5th is Jesse Turner. 6th is Johnny Gardner. 7th is Seth Cole. The Dillons, Poteet in 8th and Young in 9th. And Kat Batson's now 10th. 11th is Becca Tellier. 12th is Ryan George. Joshua Collard's 13th. 14th is Kyle Matthews. 15th is William Brock. 16th right now is Carter Friesen. 17th, Ben Crouch. Jessica Shelton dropped to 18th after leading for a few laps. Mike Becker's 19th, 20th is Rob Evans, 21st is Vince Almerigo, 22nd is Jason Haywood, 23rd is now Zach Winkle, 24th is Quentin Moore, then Ashlyn Boyd, Tony Green, Peter Onjak, Phil Parker, Austin Colano, Daniel Bouchard, and Jonathan Sorlin. The top 31 is on the lead lap. Joshua Osborne coming out of pit road. He is running right now. He is actually running in 40th position. Pit speed limit is 35 miles an hour. So Osborne will have to catch way up though to try to get to the leaders because the green flag flies on the 35th lap. And Beaver again gets up on the outside lane. Here comes Fitzwater and Batson. And Preston Plord saying so long, everyone, and he pulls ahead, and he's got 2 lap cars in between. He and second place Zachary Fitzwater. Beaver's now dropped to 3rd position as they go into 3rd turn now. Riding with Cole Deaver in number 3. Preston Plord looking for his 5th victory of the season. He has a short track win coming at Richmond. He also won at Auto Club. He also won at Darlington, and he also won at Pocono. Fitzwater, he's got a victory himself, though, that coming in Michigan, the 2nd race over there, in the Champion Sparkplug 400 earlier this season. There he is in the 9 car. He almost won at Bristol until he and Quentin Moore got together to cause a late race caution flag, and the man who runs in 4th position right now, Keith Batson, won that event at Bristol, and here comes Batson to the inside of Deaver for position at 3 on the outside, 28 on the inside. As Keith tries to take 3rd position away, Joshua Osborne back on the pit road another time. And here comes Batson for 3rd position. He's got it. So Keith Batson with another solid run after he had a solid run the last race at Martinsville, finishing, I think, in 4th position in that event. Batson coming in right now in this race right now, 14th in the standings. He needs a good run to try to get himself back in the top 10 contention in the points. But Deaver's not giving up, though, as they come off the 2nd turn now, as Cole tries to stick the nose of that black Chevrolet to the inside of Batson's black Ford. Jesse Turner running in 5th, 2nd place driver in points. Seth Cole running in 6th position as he stands a chance of losing 2nd now to Deaver, points-wise, possibly. The two are 23, I think. Yeah, 23 points separating the two. 2nd and 3rd, that is. Dylan Poteet, though, Seth Cole's buddy, Dylan Poteet runs in 7th position. Dylan Young in 8th. Becca Tellier up to 9th position. And Johnny Gardner has dropped to 10th with Joshua Collard 11th. And look at Kyle Matthews moving up through the field at the 12th spot in that number 42 machine. Matthews knocking on the door of the top 10. You're running on board the Coors Light Silver Bullet number 42. Next car's behind William Brock in 13th, Kat Batson 14th. 15th is Carter Friesen. Jessica Shelton still in 16th position in the McDonald's Ford as she tries to get by the 71 of Friesen. This time by completing 46 laps, we'll have 14 to go here at North Wilkesboro as now Friesen moves up the track. Shelton dives inside. That would be for 15th position. Shelton still has one of the faster cars on the track, though. Just that little tangle with her and Johnny Gardner kind of killed her chances a little bit as they come out the 4th turn. As I said, Shelton usually runs pretty good here at North Wilkesboro, usually. And meantime, Keith Batts has now moved into second position as he's now gotten by Zachary Fitzwater as they caught the lap cars of Nicholas Wade and Trent Dunham. Nicholas Wade running in 33rd position in the Quaker State Ford. Dunham running in 32nd in the Pennzoil Chevrolet. And both of them are one lap down. Dunham is actually pulled ahead of Keith Batson. Where's Preston Plord, you asked? Well, Preston just out for a nice little Sunday drive at North Wilkesboro. As we're now down to 10 laps to go in this event. Third off turn number 2, and that car, the 18 car, does not have a mark. Nothing. It's got no scratch, no marks, no damage. Just a nice little, just a nice little green Pontiac. That's, as we said, it's been dominated. That's been dominant since Charles Sanford and Levi McIntyre have both got tangled up, come off turn number 4, and that's what helped Preston Plord, and that's what's helped him. Just, like I said, just dominate. That's about pretty much all I can say about that car. As Plord has won the season, as we said, at Auto Club. He won at Richmond. He won at Pocono and the Southern 500 at Darlington. He's looking for his 5th victory of the season. And with Jessica Shelton back, I think, in 15th position, that's gonna help him, I think, maybe move back past her in the points, because he was 2 points behind her for 4th. Coming into this event at North Wilkesboro. So, and plus not to mention with Cole Deaver and Kyle Matthews a little bit back behind him, that should help him gain points on those two as well. Deaver runs in 6th position right now in this race. Matthews right now has entered the top 10 in 10th place. So Deaver will gain some points on Matthews if things stay the same as they are, though, but he won't gain much. Best part for Deaver, though, he is running ahead of Seth Cole in 12th, who's now in 12th. So I think Deaver should be able to gain back second place points-wise coming out of North Wilkesboro, though. Putting a lap on Sean Ard in the 13 car, Preston Plord, the man from the state of Connecticut, drives through the 3rd and 4th turns. Joshua Osborne still making laps around pit road is in an 87 car. And Osborne, we're seeing where is Osborne right now, running order wise. Another unscheduled pit stop for him, and actually another stop and go penalty for the 87 car. He's in 35th position right now, as Plord puts another lap on him. Osborne is actually 17 laps down. I don't know what the heck is wrong with him, his car. Nonetheless, though, Preston Plord will get to see the white flag. He has 1 lap to go here in the Tyson Holly Farms 400. He has pulled out to a rather substantial lead at 3 seconds. As the number 18 Interstate Batteries Pontiac has run like just running like a Swiss watch right now. So they come off the 4th turn now. And the Interstate Batteries Pontiac has done it. Preston Plord wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro. It is Preston's 5th victory of the season and puts him back in the thick of the points hunt, obviously. And it's his first ever victory at North Wilkesboro and did it in dominating fashion. Keith Batson, a well-needed 2nd place finish for him as the New Englanders sweep the day. Connecticut for Plord from Connecticut and Batson from the state of Maine. Makes it top 2 for the New England drivers. Zachary Fitzwater comes home 3rd. Jesse Turner 4th. Dylan Poteet comes home 5th. 6th will go to Cole Deaver. 7th position will go to Dylan Young. 8th will go to Becca Tellier. 9th to Johnny Gardner. And 10th to Kyle Matthews. Average speed just a little over 87 miles an hour. And as Preston Plord dominates the day at North Wilkesboro, as you see, I'm sure a very flustered Jessica Shelton coming down pit road. And as she had a shot at possibly getting a win here today, but alas, it did not work out. So 31 races are in the books, and 31 races are in the books, and 3 races are left to go. We got Rockingham, Phoenix, and Homestead. That's the last 3 on the tour. As points will be distributed at the end of this video here. Rest of the finishing order, Joshua Collar comes home in 11th. 12th will go to Seth Cole. 13th, William Brock. 14th, Kat Batson. 15th, Jessica Shelton. 16th will go to Ryan George. Then Mike Becker, 17th. 18th will go to Carter Friesen. 19th to Rob Evans. 20th will go to Jason Haywood. Rest of the finishing order, Ben Crouch, Ashlyn Boyd, Quentin Moore, Tony Green, Peter Onjak, Vince Almerigo, Zach Winkle, Phil Parker, Austin Colano, and Jonathan Zorlin. Damaged up in all stills, ends up the last car on the lead lap in 30th position. As 30 cars finish on the lead lap. Cars that were a lap or more down, Trent Dunham, Nicholas Wade, and Daniel Bouchard were each 1 lap down. Sean Arbus 2 laps down. And poor Joshua Osborne, 35th, 18 laps down, as mechanical problems galore struck the 87 Nemco Motorsports team. And Osborne is another one of those guys who usually runs well at North Wilkesboro, but obviously did not here today. For cars out of the race, Diego Yepes, Charles Sanford, a tough break for him who was leading when he crashed, I might add. Paul Minnick, 38th. Levi McIntyre had another good run going on, finishes 39th. And so that'll shoot Sanford's chances pretty much out of the championship hunt. Levi McIntyre, 39th, as that'll drop him back in the points as well. Jay Jefferson, 40th, and 41st was Ryan Brommer. Excuse me. So Preston Plord gets the victory here today at North Wilkesboro in the Tyson Holly Farms 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, gaming videos, and whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. And please be sure to check out Seth's Last of Us Live series, the Coors Light Truck series, the Pizza Hut X series, and the Hershey's Cup series. Please be sure to check those races out here on this channel. And also on this channel, we got Michael Norman's Budweiser All Pro series, also available on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel as well. So, and we also have another NNSCRA series as well. It's available on Thrashmania 899's channel. That's the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup series. And if you want to become part of that series, please be sure to subscribe to Thrashmania 899 to become part of that series as well. So that will do it today at North Wilkesboro Speedway here. Congratulations again to Preston Plord for his 5th victory of the season as he wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400. And the championship and the points standings will be distributed at the end of this video as well. And so we'll be heading to Rockingham next on the tour for the AC Delco 400. So if you like, and for now, it's James Qualls from the production of the NNSCRA, offline racing at its best.